This is the SML Podcast.
There was your fucking break.
That was my break. That's what I was waiting for.
Jesus.
You like how that works out? I love
but
it.
I still had one more crab rangoon to eat.
Eat your goddamn crab.
Your crack rangoon.
What's up, everyone? This is Joe.
I'm Kris.
I'm Pappy.
I timed that one out well, didn't I?
Perfect.
105 SML Podcast.
Yep. We got shit to do.
After 104, where... how many episodes in a row have we had guests?
Too many.
I think 5.
There's too many.
It's been a bunch.
We've been averaging a guest pretty much every episode since, like, I don't know, fucking 50.
And we could have had someone on this week. I'm just like,
You know what? Sometimes you just need to strip it down and strip.
Just be the bros.
Sometimes
you just need to strip down.
Yep.
And do the podcast in your underwear.
Basically.
Plus, we have a contest.
You mean you don't do that every single time? I mean,
I'm doing that right now.
okay. All right. I just didn't want to be the only one.
Plus, we have the contest.
Oh, yeah, that's right. People are going to win stuff, hopefully.
Well, someone's going to win stuff.
Well, somebody's going to get stuff.
Not.
We did get some more entries, so that's good.
Yeah, thankfully. And they're like all in the past week.
Well,
So,
yeah, because everybody's like, oh, shit, I should probably like enter
the
those things.
procrastinators, like...
Well, that and you and I actually did a pretty decent media blitz of like, hey, motherfuckers, there's things.
To
you
win.
get free things if you do things.
Things if you do things.
We have 2 entries in the past 2 hours alone.
That's
So
thanks to
everybody's
me.
really down
So
to the wire.
people really just farted around to the last minute.
That's funny. Well, you know what? Why don't we wait until the end to cover that? Because if somebody sends one in at the last minute and it's really fucking good.
All right, we could wait.
Because when was the last time that you let people know that this is their last chance?
I tweeted at noon that they had 4 hours to enter.
Yeah, and I said earlier today you have 12 hours.
Earlier today.
Like 12 hours ago.
So you're calling it? Are you calling it? Are you officially
I think
calling
so.
it?
We've started recording. I think at this point, procrastination will only give you so much leeway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fuck
And I
'em.
hope that the best entry comes in the middle of our podcast, so we'll pick a winner, read it out loud, and then just say, that would have won, just to piss them off.
Well,
That is a very good idea.
do you want to start with the contest or do you want to start with other stuff?
Oh,
Make 'em
Pappy,
wait.
it's
Do you
your
wanna make 'em
prize
wait?
box. What do you want to do?
I want to get rid of it.
You want to get rid of it? I was going to say we can make them wait.
Now let's talk about some news and stuff.
Let's talk about some shit. Let's make them wait. Let's make them get through content.
I have all this shit pulled up and ready to go. And you guys are like, I want to wait.
Well, yeah.
Well, why don't we break it up? Why don't we read one now, chat a little, read one later, chat a little?
No,
That was
because then
really
we'll
high
forget
pitch.
the ones at the beginning.
Exactly.
Oh, that's a good point.
Do it all in one shot.
We
But
don't
at the end.
have enough of
All
the
right. All right.
attention.
So
Now you
for
understand.
those who are
Spam
joining in, they can have a
thing.
nice special. We'll pick the winner now. How's that? And then we'll talk about the cool shit.
Huh?
I thought we were going to do it the other way around.
Well, Joe's whiny. You
Well,
know?
no. We're gonna do news because
I wasn't even paying attention.
anybody that wants to win shit, they should at least
You want some news? Do you want to hear something fucked up with our show?
fucked up with the show?
Episode 100 on YouTube is nearing 400 hits.
Why?
I don't fucking know.
Because Zach keeps listening in
understand.
to hear the subliminal
I
messages.
don't understand it. Like
Maybe people only want to listen to the episodes that have like really nice, like even numbers.
I don't know. Because I was looking back over some of the numbers. Our Black Friday episode is over 100.
Yeah, like months later. What the fuck, people? Like, what are you doing with your life?
Like there's just a few episodes that are over 100, and then you have shows that we have like 12 views.
With like awesome what the fuck, people? You
It
guys
might
are dumb.
simply be which guests, whether they're awesome or not.
You guys
Some
are
guests just tend to bring in people willing to listen to 2-hour podcasts.
I guess. Well, see, the other thing is too is maybe if we kept it at a reasonable rate, of how long the podcast is.
Episode 100 is nearly 4 hours long, and it has nearly 400 views.
Why is it 4? What the hell did we do for 100?
Okay, no.
Oh,
they listen for 20 minutes, and then they cut it out, and then they come back the next day to listen for 20 minutes. So really, it's only 100 people listening.
Yeah, probably why. Maybe it's only like it's like 30 or 40 people, but they have to keep coming back.
Maybe
to finish the episode. That's probably why. They're like, oh, I'll come back to this later.
I'm kind of curious to look up these numbers again.
It's like the worst time to look it up. Nobody else cares.
Welcome to episode 105, where we desperately imagine glory days have passed.
Essentially. So
last week is at 32 views already.
Well, okay. So that's par for the course, I think, right?
Well, I'm one of them.
Are you?
Episode 101, the first episode with iDarb, is at 104.
Once we start hitting the point where every single episode has at least that many views for whatever number we're at, then I'll feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
At least. Absolute least. So I'm going to bring up a little bit of a news that I know of.
A news?
There's multiple news. I'm going to bring up a news.
Okay, go for it.
So Bethesda is going to do something at E3.
Yeah, what the hell's up with that?
I don't know.
So what do we think? New Elder Scrolls?
I'm going to
Fallout 4?
I'm going to say
Fallout 4.
If they're going to take the time to do something big enough that they're going to actually do something at E3, it's got to be multiple titles. They're not just going to fucking do one thing. There's no way.
Well, I'm sure one of them is the console release of Elder Scrolls Online.
They're still doing that?
Yeah.
I thought they gave up on
June. I think June is the release date.
Which came out more recently? Fallout New Vegas or
Skyrim?
Or Skyrim.
I think Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Yeah.
So Fallout 4, because they're really good about like pacing themselves on those.
Well, I think because there's already technically stuff that's sort of been announced about the new one. Like the name's already out, so they might like officially be like, all right, here's the name, here's the logo, here's some backstory as to what it's going to be like. That's all you're going to get. Let's move on to the main thing. I think they may end up like doing a little bit more with each title than some people think, because I feel like you would have to have something more to constitute having a legitimate, like a bigger panel thing. You know what I mean?
No, they don't.
Why not?
If it's a Fallout or a Skyrim game, they need like a 10-second trailer and a voiceover, and everyone will shit their pants.
Well, right,
Just
but
get
that's
Ron Perlman to be like, war.
Yeah,
War
that's really
never
that's
changes.
all they need is just a picture and Ron Perlman just going
2017.
war, and then cut to black, and everyone will give them money.
But that's the thing that I'm saying. Like, if they're going to spend all the money to put together a legitimate like segment, like a giant thing for E3, they've got to have more than just.
They've got to have something that's coming out soon.
Like fiscal year 2016.
Like we already know, Elder Scrolls Online is probably going to be one of the titles they're showing off.
I would presume.
If I had to guess, something else that they might be showing off, Skyrim ported to new gen.
Oh, damn. I didn't think of that.
I'm not sure I would really care about that, though.
I would shit my pants and buy it 9 times.
I wouldn't.
I would consider it. If it had
I would
all the,
get
if it
sucked
was like
back in all over again.
I think if it had are you saying like Game of the Year edition kind of thing,
with
like a
with
legendary
the
thing?
3 DLCs, yeah.
Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see it.
Honestly, I would make that like a Black Friday $30 purchase. I mean, I put so many hours into it that I wouldn't immediately run out and pay $60.
What if?
I've put
Hold
so
on.
many hours into it that I would immediately get sucked back into it.
What if now Borderlands is doing this? What if they made it so that you could transfer your save file from your previous gen?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I think that would be a selling point for people.
Well, then I would consider it so I could finish the game.
Exactly. I think there's a
'Cause
lot
I
of
killed
people that probably
everything and I
played
never-
it and then like
I
put a
never
ton of time
chose
into it.
side.
Yeah.
There is no finish to Skyrim.
Well, no, I'm saying I never chose a side. I never finished that big quest of picking who you were going to support. I went and killed the dragon, and I was like, what? That's not... Oh, I have to do something else? Well, fuck you. And that was it.
But yeah, I think if they made it so that you can actually transfer your save file over, yeah, people will go apeshit for it. The funny thing is I actually think it could be... I think it could be important enough for people to want to buy a system. Because people will be like, oh...
I don't know if a port is going to be enough to convince people to buy a system.
You'd be surprised.
I would be surprised.
Because
I would very clearly be surprised.
I know a lot of people that are actually... that are picking up next gen just for Borderlands.
I don't know why. It seems like...
I'm just relaying the information that I know.
I think a port is not a good reason to buy a new system.
I'm not saying it's a good reason, but I think it's a reason.
Well, everything's a reason.
Yeah. But I think there's enough people that will think that it's a good enough reason that it'll happen.
You need to air out the pop filters because this, like, it just
Smells
reeks
musty?
of smoke.
Reeks of smoke?
Like
That's because there's something burning behind you.
It's because we're so hot.
Well, that makes a lot more sense now.
Does it smell like coal?
I'm facing you. I'm not facing the stove. I thought it was the little foam cover on the microphone.
It's hookah coals.
You guys have a coal stove?
No. It's for the hookah. We light the coals for the hookah on the stove.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's smelling burning because of that.
So I was going to say,
You're just having a stroke, Joe.
You got a cold stove. Like, how's the horses doing?
That would explain why I'm so hot. The stroke.
Isn't that a... Wait, we have a nurse in the room. Isn't it where it's like, if you smell burning, you might be having a stroke?
Burnt toast.
I think it... Yeah.
If you smell burnt
I've heard
toast.
something like that before. Yeah, there's some sort of major...
No one on the show can hear you, by the way.
Well,
I
that's what
know.
was gonna
Someone has to
reiterate.
relay me.
It may be a tumor, she says.
It's not a tumor.
It could be a tumor,
Not a tumor.
or
It might
or a
be
stroke.
tumor.
But I have heard something like that, being some sort of wise tale. I don't know. I have no idea.
So what else could Bethesda be showing off?
My
Skyrim kart racing. I don't know. Dude, I honestly, I don't know,
Jesus.
man. I really don't. I'm pleasantly surprised by it because I would love to see them actually delve into putting out some other shit, you know?
God, Skyrim kart racing.
Because honestly, think of it this way: if they put out more games, even just like South Park, because I loved South Park, and that was just kind of one of their like Bethesda games. You know what I mean?
That wasn't Bethesda.
Yeah, it was.
South Park?
Yeah, wasn't that Bethesda?
No, it was THQ and then Ubisoft. Stick of Truth.
Yeah.
Ubisoft.
Really?
Ubisoft.
Hold on. I thought it was Bethesda.
No, because Bethesda would have gotten their shit together and would have taken 8 years to get it out.
Yeah.
The developer of South Park are the guys who did New Vegas, but that's not Bethesda. I can't think of their name. Fuck.
Obsidian.
Fuck.
Obsidian. That's not
That's
Bethesda.
what I was thinking of. Sorry. I was thinking of Obsidian.
Yeah, Obsidian, they're freelancers. They do what they want. You don't know them. They run with gangs.
They run with 12 gangs.
Yeah. Like they've done a lot of stuff with Bethesda.
Oh, yeah,
They've
that's
also-
right. Jordan has a friend that works there. She's a
Way to be
receptionist.
supportive. Not even remembering.
They've also worked with Sega with Alpha Protocol.
You know, I was mistaken.
Yeah.
I was thinking them, but I was incorrect. My apologies.
Okay.
Be the bigger man. Admit that you were wrong.
I did. I just said that I was wrong.
Yet you couldn't say that about PlayStation Plus.
Oh, God damn it.
That's gonna be my next tattoo, just to get him to shut up.
The PlayStation
PlayStation
Plus
Plus
logo?
is not a rewards program. on my inner thigh.
Rewards program.
on my inner buttock.
Get it on your arm and flicks every time he sees you just to piss him off.
Oh, Jesus.
Ooh, what is this?
Just silence.
That's weird.
As you talk
Is this
to
what
somebody
we're like
else
without
over.
guests? We're just these lame, boring people. Like,
See, the thing
fuck.
is, fuck you guys. I'm not lame. I've got my shit together. Not really. Actually.
Yeah, you're the one who just asked.
You're the one who talks to people that don't have microphones.
Yeah.
So
No one can hear who you're talking to.
that's why we repeat what they say.
Well, then repeat what was said.
What?
It's been too long.
Oh, I'm sorry. I asked Jordan what kind of shisha this was, and she said it was like 4 different types of shishas all like mixed together.
Sheesh.
So there you go. If you wanted to know what shisha I was smoking, there you go.
So what other news is there that has come out recently? Jon Stewart's leaving the Daily Show. It's not,
video games.
Not game related, but
Hopefully this means he's running for president.
Yo, how sick would that be?
wish.
That would be amazing, actually. Curveball. He
God,
actually
I
runs for
wish.
Senate.
I'd still vote for him.
Yeah, right.
Al Franken ran for Senate, didn't he?
Oh my God, you're right.
He
win,
seceded.
didn't he?
He's a current senator, isn't
Yeah.
he?
In
Well,
Minnesota.
I couldn't remember if it
Man,
was
I
House or
thought that.
Senate. So
Yeah, it was Senate. He was a senator for a while.
Yay, politics.
And then Minnesota realized he was a liberal, and they're like, "What have we done?" And then they went back to not giving a shit.
good
Joe, you
times.
have the iPad. I figured you'd know.
Yeah, I'm looking for news. Like
There was stuff. I remember that there was
Netflix is looking to develop a live-action Legend of Zelda series.
Yeah. And then things happened, and I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I just hope at least once they have Link say, "Excuse me."
I swear to God, if that
princess."
happens once, like
Just once. It only has to be once.
I don't.
I don't like that.
But the whole point of the games is that Link never says a word.
See, that's what I'm like. I'm kind of afraid. I'm very afraid, actually. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? I do not have. I'm not going to have high
expectations. I'm taking a wait and
expectations for
see
it.
approach because Netflix hasn't really done too much shitty when it comes to their original series.
True.
Yeah, but now if they do go ahead with this, remember everything's going to have to be pre-approved by Nintendo, so it won't necessarily be original. It will be handicapped by.
I wouldn't say handicap by because Nintendo takes their shit very seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah. As everyone who watched the old Mario show can totally attest.
Listen,
Yes,
that was serious
because
at the time.
Mario of the 90s and the 80s is the same as the Nintendo of today.
I was gonna say, yeah. If they were to make a Nintendo like a Mario themed show now, it'd be completely different than what it was.
That's
like
a good
years
point.
ago.
Princess Peach would never freak out over the new kids on the block nowadays.
And to be fair, the Mario cartoons were pretty goddamn faithful.
The Mario cartoons were the shit.
They were.
They were fantastic.
And Captain Lou as Mario was pretty good casting.
Well, I can't ever argue that.
I mean, I think Nintendo, they got burned when they did the rights for the Mario movie. And that went
Yes.
to shit. And they haven't trusted anybody with their properties.
Well, I mean, shit. When just having the studio come to Nintendo and saying, "Look at all these amazing people we have lined up." We've got Dennis Hopper, we've got fucking John Leguizamo, who admittedly was still newer, but he'd done some successful things at that point. And then motherfucking Dennis Hopper, and then somehow went, "Hey, look at all these awesome people we got, and here's what happened."
Yeah.
We're going to shit out something really bad.
I don't know, man. I think it's I don't know. They could. I think they could do a good job with it, mainly just because it's Netflix. I mean, like Peaky Blinders is the shit, even though people really don't watch it that much.
What is?
I keep,
Peaky Blinders?
I keep passing
Haven't
it and
seen it.
then not watching it.
It's so good. Like it's.
I'd love to watch more
It's
Netflix,
one of my favorite
but
actors, too.
we're already getting
Oh, yeah, I heard
disconnected
about this.
online because Service Electric and Pentel Data can eat last week's much talked about bag of dicks.
more dicks. Not even seasoned, just dry.
They don't get the seasoning.
just completely dry, raw bag of dicks.
Dry dicks.
Yeah.
You can't have any water.
But yeah, Peaky Blinders is the shit. House of Cards is still doing fantastic. Like, there's a lot of Netflix series that are really well done, really well put together. Really
BoJack.
BoJack Horseman. There's a lot of stuff that they're putting out that's really good.
All right, so there we go. Do a Legend of Zelda, but make it just as much fun as BoJack.
I don't think that'll happen. I think we'll see it more along the lines of, like, serious-wise, along the lines of, like, Orange is the New Black or House of Cards than an outright comedy like BoJack Horseman.
Yeah. I think it's going to be, it is live action, correct?
Yeah. Supposedly.
I was going to say, like, I could see them doing, like,
they're not even making it yet. It's not even being made.
Right.
There's just in discussions to make it happen.
I think if they end up going that route, I don't think it's going to be live action. I think they would do a cartoon.
I don't know. Guess we'll see.
I don't know. I could see them doing a cartoon. I could see them pulling, like, and I hate to say this, pulling a Sonic Rush.
Isn't the new cartoon really good, though?
We already have a really good live action.
I wouldn't say really good.
Have you seen The Legend of Neil?
No.
Watch The Legend of Neil sometime, or just skip right to the Legend of Neil musical episode and listen to brain fart. Let me get the name here. Felicia Day sing about donkey punches.
I could watch that.
Yeah, Legend of Neil it's a YouTube series where a guy gets sucked into Zelda universe and everyone thinks he's Link. And it's a comedy and it's good.
So I'm assuming that's Geek and Sundry.
I really think that was first. Like, I think they got so popular that she guested on an episode.
So it's not on Geek and Sundry?
I really haven't watched it in 2 years.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. Well, yeah, I guess keep an eye out for that. See what that's like. But I don't know.
Here, let me go to the internets and find out. No, it doesn't seem to be Geek and Sundry.
Okay. Because I like a lot of stuff that Geek and Sundry is doing. Obviously, the tabletop is in season 3 right now, so.
I don't even know what Geek and Sundry is.
I know. Dude, you created a monster, because I have watched every single episode of Tabletop that has ever been put out. Even the extended editions that are like an hour or some.
Dang.
Yeah, I've watched them all. I just watched Forbidden Desert yesterday. I think that came out either like yesterday or the day before or like last week or something. I don't know. So, yeah, I'm currently up to date.
Now that you're on
Tabletop.
Twitter, you can follow Will Wheaton and he announces his production schedule and stuff.
Oh, I already did.
I know you're on Twitter. I don't think you use Twitter.
I don't. I keep telling myself I'm going to utilize it more, and then I forget.
You should, because I mention you a lot. And
I've noticed that. Because I have to figure out on my phone. I get multiple notifications from Twitter. Like I'll get a notification from Twitter itself, but then I'll also get an email. So anytime something happens on Twitter, it's just like, and it's just like shit just starts going nuts. So
the easiest thing is get onto Twitter on your PC and go to notifications and change it to what you want, and you'll never get an email.
Yeah, I think I might change it.
Check your goddamn mentions. Trying to get Rock Band on the show.
I did see that, yeah.
And we got to figure out a day that it'll work for you.
Well, right, but I don't know their
it's during the day.
The day.
Like when you work.
Like when I work.
So you would need some form of day off.
Yeah, it'll depend. We'll figure something out. We'll get the Rock Band guys up. Maybe we could try it for next week. Maybe we'll figure something out. I may have like a depending on when we did it and how long it was, I might be able to do it like on a Thursday or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, we have to figure it out so we could work that out in advance.
Right.
Couldn't be like on a Wednesday, be like, hey, let's do it tomorrow. And then be like, hey, Rock Band guys, what do you do tomorrow?
No. I would at least give them like a few days to a week notice, at least. So, but we'll figure it out.
Pappy, chances are you wouldn't be able to make that one. But
chances are guaranteed I won't be able to make that one. Not with my work schedule right now.
Completely understandable.
You're a schedule.
Kind of.
You are a work schedule, Pappy. Do you know of any other news offhand?
There is a story going around how Jonathan Blow, the creator of Braid,
Okay.
his new game that he's been working on, The Witness, was that PlayStation exclusive, I think?
I have no idea.
Remember. Apparently, he's been working on it so long, and he's been just sinking all of his money into it. Like, all the money that he made on Braid that made him a multimillionaire.
He's dumping all of it into
all
this?
that money has already been dumped into
He's doubling
The Witness.
down. Oh, my God. Why?
Yeah.
Well, maybe it could be like the greatest thing ever, so...
Yeah, he's been
Well, you
working
better
on
hope
it
so
since
now.
2009.
Well,
Jesus.
yeah, games take a long fucking time when you're
Yeah.
just one dude.
But it makes you wonder if he's
Crazy?
betting too much on this one.
I would have at least put like half of the money I made into, hey, here's how I live for the rest of my life. Rather
that's
than,
true.
Investing
That's true.
all of it.
Because I think if I were to put out an album that I ended up making a decent amount of money, something that's like sustainable for the majority of my life, I would, obviously it's not like I would stop making music, but I probably wouldn't want to take all of it and put it into another album. Like that's yeah, it seems a little risky.
It's saying here, since starting development on The Witness in 2009, the game has at least tripled in size from an 8-hour game to anywhere from 25 to 40 hours. The Witness dev team, 9 people credited in full and 8 additional contributors, hit a development milestone last month. All of the game's puzzles are complete. There's still plenty to work on, but the creative heavy lifting is done. There are 677 puzzles in The Witness.
What the why?
Jesus.
What the why?
Yeah.
Why? Dude, what the fuck? Like I can't even imagine playing a game long enough to have to do 677 puzzles in a game.
Yeah.
I can't do 6 or 7 puzzles in a game.
That's true.
You just got to wonder if he's spending too much time and too much money, if this is ever going to pay off.
I mean,
for
you
him.
know what though? You take a look at a lot of independent companies, like, you know, pretty much every independent company, an independent gaming company, I should say, they end up putting a lot of time and resources into games, and you know, a game could release and you might not know how long it's actually been in development for. I mean, you take something like, you know, if you ever watch there was that one documentary, I forget what they called it, but the one that had like Super Meat Boy and Fez and all that shit.
Yeah. Fez took
Indie
what?
Game the movie.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Some of those games that, you know, we see now as once they came out, I mean, it was a while ago. So, I mean, some of those games were in development for like 6-7 years. So, and it made like some people just write it off as like, oh, this is a stupid indie game because it's not like AAA, like, oh, this doesn't say EA or Activision or any of this shit, so I'm not going to look at it. But dare I say these games have a hell of a lot more time put into them than shit like that. So, I mean, I can't really say that a certain time frame means that this guy's either losing his mind or is on the right track. So
I just hope, like, for his sake, that it catches on, because Braid might not have been the most wide demographically appealing game, but this is being described as a modern day Myst.
Oh no, dude, that it immediately makes me go no. Like,
Yeah.
I played enough Myst on my old Mac computer to make me want to kill myself. I barely got through half of that game, and I played it for years. So, yeah, man, I don't want to play a Myst game. I really don't.
Because even back in the early days of SML, when they did the PS4 reveal and they showed off The Witness there, that was one of the games that I was like, it doesn't look like
Oh
it's
my
for
God,
me.
you're right. I forgot about that.
Yeah, it just something that never appealed to me, because I've never been big into games like Myst or Seventh Saga.
Well,
or Seventh Guest. Sorry.
Here's the thing about a game like
Guest.
that, and here's something that might actually make the game transcend its previous like ones to compare it to. Imagine putting yourself in a position of a game like that, but you were doing it with like VR controllers or something like that. I think that might be slightly different though. Like if you put me in a position where I can either play something like Myst, or I could play something like Myst being in 3D and I can touch shit, I think I would obviously be more interested in the game.
If it might be a Project Morpheus title.
Precisely.
Possible.
You know what I mean? Like, why? Like, if it was something like that, I think people would be a little bit more open to it. But it depends. I don't know. I mean, like, I can't think of any other indie developers that would even probably want to touch going that deep into a game, and maybe that's why he's going so balls deep into it.
Maybe.
Who knows? I mean, obviously, I've never made games before, so I don't fucking know. Like, I can't say that, like, my opinion is the fucking absolute go-to for something like this. I've played a lot of games, but I've never made them, so.
Yeah.
So I can't jump to any kind of conclusions, but that's just me. In other instances, I can't jump to conclusions and say that, like, you know, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah,
it's hard to judge other people's professions. All I can say is that that's a lot of time and effort, and I hope it pays off.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you can make the same analogy of look at how much time went into fucking Chinese democracy.
Yeah.
I mean,
like I said, I hope it pays off.
Right. I mean, the
difference is that Axl Rose is a flaming douchebag.
Right, but at the same time, like I've seen, you know, it all depends. I've seen, you know, because I can make music analogies a little bit better. I've seen albums that have taken years and years and years and years and years, and when it finally comes out, you're like, holy shit, this is okay. I'm glad that they took that much time to do this. And I've seen it the exact opposite too. So I'm sure it works the exact same thing with games. I'm sure there's been guys that have like slaved over games in their basement for like fucking 10 years and then they release it and it absolutely flops, and then the same exact opposite. So you take something like technically even like you know, certain old Blizzard franchises before they became Blizzard. I mean, holy shit, like they dumped a lot of time into those. So it all depends. It's kind of tough to call it this early. So
yeah. Still a lot of money, a lot of time.
Oh yeah,
that's
a lot of money.
off.
Yeah. So here's a little bit of news. When I went to GameStop today, because I forgot about this. When I went to GameStop today, I went to pick up my Toon Link amiibo because it came in, I guess slightly early, or late, however you want to look at it. While I was there, the cashier had informed me that, because I was looking into possibly doing some trade-ins and stuff like that, and they were like, well, are you going to be trading anything in towards your pre-order of the new 3DS XL? I'm like, well, I didn't pre-order it. And they're like, oh, never mind then. And I'm like, so you guys are like completely out? They're like, yeah. They're like, I'm like, even the black and red ones? They're like, yeah, we can't get any. Like, literally,
wow.
Like they cannot get anything. Oh, it's my boss. Well, that's unfortunate. I have to take this.
Nice.
Go.
I just thought he was showing off his awesome music.
No, he's taking a phone call. So
what do you think about joystick pseudo folding?
I'm stupidly bummed about that. That after Dale left Destructoid and Jonathan Holmes took over, I pretty much gave up on Destructoid. I've been giving up on them for a while because of the direction that they've been going, and Joystick was the last real game site that I followed all the time. And the fact that they went under, it sucks.
So what does that say about video game media news sites? I mean, if not even the biggest ones seem to have an effective model, like what is left? Will they have to go subscription? Like it looks like it's obvious that being free online is not enough to have a talented group of journalists.
I don't think it says anything about a game site. I think it says a lot more about AOL. Since AOL owned Joystick as well as WoW Insider, and AOL were the guys who made the choice to shut it down.
So they were the ones paying the paying everybody and all that stuff?
Yeah, Joystick was owned by AOL.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what
they
sites
made
are
the
left
decision.
that are fully self-supported? Destructoid and what else?
There's lots of game sites out there. It's just, I don't know. I've given up trying to follow them because it seems like so many of them are so heavily biased.
I won't even say biased. I want to say that the more popular ones are willing to put in a lot of clickbait titles to ensure a certain amount of revenue.
Yeah, that too. But I mean, for the longest time, starting 2 years ago and going on, so many sites would just show how biased they were against certain systems or towards other systems, and that's a big reason I stopped reading Destructoid, honestly. Because I couldn't go on there. I guess mainly it was in the comments section, but even the site sometimes you would see writers taking unnecessary pot shots against, well, let's be honest, most
Other
of it was
consoles.
Microsoft. Most of it was Microsoft from their initial reveal, and they just never let up no matter what was done.
I will say that I don't know if it's what PlayStation is coming out with or what, but I do feel like whenever I try to find a news site and just skim it a little bit, I find a lot more information on PS4 and Steam games, and it's harder to find what's up with Xbox. And I don't, like I said, I don't know if that's just release schedule or what, but I seem to have that problem.
Yeah, I really don't know. I know there's not too much coming out Xbox-wise right now. Scream Ride comes out in March, but The Order and Bloodborne are two huge PlayStation exclusive games coming out this month and next month. So it's clear that they're going to get a lot of press right now.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hey, he's back.
And there's
Sorry about that.
when's the next Xbox exclusive dropping? What is the next Xbox
Scream Ride.
exclusive?
Scream Ride.
Scream Ride?
Yeah.
I've never even heard of it.
Basically their own take on Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Which I'm
Oh.
actually kind of excited for.
I know. It looks really good.
It looks neat.
And it's only a $40 game. So.
Yeah. I mean, I'm obviously like, I'm to the point now where I've got enough stuff to play where it's going to be a while before I pick something up sight unseen. I think the next thing that I'm going to end up picking up sight unseen is going to be the Handsome Jack collection, more than likely.
Well, I wouldn't say that's sight unseen because you've played the games already.
Right, but I don't know how the port's going to be.
True.
So I think that might be the next thing. Either that or, I guess what, Dead Island 2?
I don't even know if that has a date yet, does it?
I thought it was sometime this year. I know there was something this year that I know I wanted to pick up. Now
Dying
I can't
Light?
fucking remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's already like out. So
Yeah, but it was this year.
I can confidently say that I have no interest in Evolve.
Yeah, I didn't have much interest in that, and then I played the beta and realized I had absolutely no interest in that. And now that it released and I see the absolute wave of skins and DLC packs, I know for a fact I have zero interest in
I don't really
Evolve.
have
It's
any
more
interest in
that
it.
I like the idea of games that are better with multiplayer. I still don't like the idea of games that are only really for multiplayer. That's why I played Destiny for 40 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And it's,
think
hey, here's
probably
this
gonna-
awesome game, but you have to coordinate with 4 or 5 different people.
Yeah.
You know, I don't...
I
We're
think
adults.
I may,
We have shit to do, and we don't necessarily have time to sit down on a random day and be like, "Hey, I want to play this game," and hope that everyone else also wants to play that game and is available.
right. That's why I think I keep telling myself that I don't want to get rid of anything that I pick up for the Xbox One, but I think Destiny may be my only exception.
I'm surprised I haven't gotten rid of Destiny.
I still think the three of us should try setting some time aside and playing together.
It's tough, man. Like trying to
I know it's tough, but instead of playing Sunset or playing Diablo, and Pappy instead of watching Netflix or possibly watching Netflix,
I've got HBO Go now.
go,
So now instead of watching Netflix or HBO Go
or watching Netflix or HBO
or Hulu or
Let's-
what's the name of that new thing?
I think I'm
Sling?
actually going to get
Sling?
rid of Hulu. To be honest, I think I'm going to get rid of Hulu because I realized that I haven't actually given a fuck about anything on there for about 3 months.
that you're paying a whole bunch
Really?
of money and you're still watching ads every 5 minutes.
Yeah, that too.
It's-
And to be honest, I'm a movie guy. I really am more of a movie guy than a TV guy.
Your mom's a
So even
movie
if I
guy.
get something on Hulu and I start watching it, I find that by like episode 5 or 6, I just stop.
See, but for me, like I don't even have cable, so Hulu's not bad for us. You know what I mean?
Again, if you watch TV shows, Hulu
He's saying
still
for
an
him.
option.
Yeah, because movie-wise, I can't say that they've got a great selection. I can understand.
Oh, they
that.
don't
have
What
at
about
all.
what's
The
your
only good thing about Hulu is that they have the Criterion Collection, which is phenomenal. But I'm really not a classic film guy. I'm not. You know, Joe and I have a friend we graduated with, Doug, and he is like he's the guy for classic films. He's a film major. He loves that stuff. He loves to see the old stuff compared to the new. I'm just happy keeping up with what's coming out.
Okay, I can see that. I was going to ask, since you're my go-to visual media critic. What's your stance on Amazon Video? Like the stuff that you get with Prime?
Unexplored.
Okay.
Unexplored. I've seen some of it at a friend's. They've actually shown me some phenomenal shows, but again, it's TV.
Okay.
Now, there are some amazing shows on there that I've seen episodes of that I'm like, wow, if I had the attention span to watch the whole season, I'd probably love it.
Right. Well, don't
So
they
if you have, like,
movies
for me,
and
I-
stuff on there too,
They
don't
do. It's not a
They do.
Netflix lineup. Their movie lineup is better than Hulu, worse than Netflix.
So it's like an in-between.
Their
essentially.
TV lineup.
It's somewhere in line with, like, their movie lineup is somewhere in line with, like, Stars. You get, like, 4
No,
or 5
it's-
movies.
it's
you're just
better than
about 20
Stars.
that suck.
It's a lot better than Stars. it's better than Hulu. Like they have
Only from sheer numbers.
They have a wide selection, but nothing's too recent
Okay. All right.
because like all the really recent stuff they want you to rent.
they want you to rent. Okay.
Yeah.
Understood.
Prime
That's why I'm kind of happy with Netflix. Nope, what's that?
I wouldn't get Prime just for the video. Like if Prime Video is a bonus for getting Amazon Prime. Like you're not getting
I agree.
Amazon Prime specifically for the video
agree.
stuff. And Chris is
You don't
dying
get your
over
money's
here.
worth in Prime unless you order.
Yep.
You
Chris-
have to order a certain amount of stuff annually to justify Prime. And
Okay.
if you don't, then the TV streaming service is not going to make your money back.
Okay.
No.
Well, I was gonna say, I mean, even Amazon Prime alone, you can fucking get anything off Amazon nowadays. So
Yeah. And the Prime
Now, if you
Pantry
become a student,
is awesome.
Prime is
Just
that
remember,
their
The grocery,
grocery
stuff. Yeah.
stuff? Oh, okay.
Which we just did
Yeah.
another order, so I have Surge again.
Prime Pantry. That's
yeah.
funny.
Now if you do go back to school, Amazon Prime is free for students.
Oh, that's cool.
So if you have like a .edu web address, it's as long as you're a student, you get free Amazon Prime.
That's a pretty good deal though. Free is always good.
True.
Yeah.
Free's the best price actually.
It could
It's my
be.
favorite price. Actually, my favorite price is when they give you money.
My favorite price is Ashley Price.
That's a
Oh,
really, really.
she called me an asshole. Like, what the hell?
So, do you want to get into the? Do we have any?
What were you going to say about the new 3DS
Oh, that's right.
before Steve called?
Well, I said that they're completely out of them. Like even the red and the black ones. Like you cannot get one unless you pre-ordered one.
That's because the shipments are already out and in stores.
Right. But they said they literally don't have any.
And I'm sure in a few days they'll have more. Or you could go to Walmart and get one, or you could go to Target and get one. It's not going to be impossible to find. The Zelda system is going to be impossible to find.
Right.
My only hope is to go to the Sealands Grove Target balls early in the morning and hope that there aren't 4 people there already.
That doesn't seem like fun.
Like, from what I hear, most Targets are getting like 3 Zelda systems.
That doesn't seem fun at all.
Yeah.
I just don't understand, and it's just pure personal. I'm not good at the idea of collecting. If you already have a working one, why do you want a new one?
Well, there's different.
Because it's a new system.
It's a new system. Like it's not just cosmetics.
It's
So
not.
this is not just a bigger version of the 3DS.
No, it's the same size as my current 3DS, but it has more horsepower. Like it's a new CPU, so it runs faster.
There's another thumbstick.
There's
head
a thumb
tracking.
nipple.
Yeah.
Will there be games that can only be played on that?
Yes. Including
Okay.
Xenoblade.
Okay, that was my big question, because
Yes.
I know Nintendo has a big history of releasing 6 versions of the same thing that all play the same games.
No, this is more like the Game Boy to the Game Boy Color, or the DS
Wii to the Wii U.
DSi. No, it's not
Okay.
like the Wii to the Wii U at all.
No,
That's
I think
completely new.
I think this is
It's a slightly more powerful version of hardware that's already out to bridge the gap until a new system eventually comes out.
So this is kind of like the 1.5.
the transitional, yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
Okay.
pretty much.
Yeah, like the Game Boy and the Game Boy Color. There were games that most games worked between the two systems just fine.
There were some that only
but there
worked.
were some that only worked in Game Boy Color. Just like there were a very small handful of games that only worked on the DSi and not the DS. And now
that's
there's going
right.
to be
Yeah,
a
I forgot about
handful
that.
of games that only work on the new 3DS, but
yeah.
won't work on the 3DS.
All right, I'm tracking now.
And then there's going to be some games that run the same on both, but they might have extra features on the new 3DS.
It can only
Right.
be accessed with the new version.
Yeah.
Precisely.
In addition to things like faster load times, better performance. Like to see a side-by-side comparison of Smash Brothers running on a 3DS
That's
and
a huge
new
difference.
3DS
Yeah.
is insane to
That's
see
a
the
huge difference.
Plus the head tracking 3D. Holy shit, does that work awesome.
Does it really?
Yes.
Huh.
Yes, because the Bloom GameStop has one on display, and I went in there and I was fucking around with it, and it takes you look at it and the camera detects your head, so it within like a second it recognizes where you are, and the 3D is on and it's working.
Fuck off.
Move your
man.
head to the side and it stays in 3D the whole time.
I'm gonna have to check that out because I think that might be the main selling point for me to pick up a new one. Just because I've always wanted to mess around with the 3D, but I literally cannot use it the way that it's implemented on the regular 3DS.
yeah,
XL,
because
so.
if you move the system at all,
you're fucked. Yeah.
You need to be in that sweet spot, and
Yep.
that's the big bonus of head tracking 3D.
The big boner. Why couldn't they give us the regular one? Not the XL.
To regular boner instead of the big boner?
I don't see the big deal between us not getting the smaller system.
I have these tiny hands.
Face plates.
Big fucking deal, faceplates. Jesus.
face plates.
Get a cell phone from 2005 and you could get your faceplates.
Maybe I will. I'll get a Nokia N-Gage.
I think people are going nuts over, I want the smaller one. Why do you want the smaller one?
That's easier to fit in a
I
pocket.
can understand people who have smaller hands.
That too.
I understand that. But the majority of people, I think we just lost Pappy.
Well, but I see where you're coming from, but at the same time, like there's certain people that just like, I can see people specifically wanting the smaller one because like, hey, honestly, if I didn't mind playing on a regular size 3DS, I would actually prefer to have one of those because I'd probably be more likely to take it with me everywhere because I don't have to designate a
I'm
whole
back.
pocket to it.
Okay, we got Pappy back.
You know what I mean? Like I could probably justify having that with me more often because it's not.
I don't think the XL is too big to have in a pocket.
it
I carried
depends.
it around in my pocket at MagFest the entire time.
Well, right, but that's kind of different. Like I had it with me at MagFest because I really wanted to have it for puzzle pieces. Had the puzzle pieces not been a factor, would I feel the need to want to bring it around all the time? Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Because you know what ended up happening? I got all my puzzle pieces, and then it was just like, this is this giant thing that I don't want to have to worry about carrying around with me anymore.
Yeah.
I left it up in the room. So
I would have been the same with a normal size system.
I think the normal size one I wouldn't have felt as bad having around with me.
I brought it there specifically for puzzle pieces, and that's
Yeah,
it.
who fucking doesn't, man?
Like I played Smash Brothers with someone because I didn't have all the puzzle pieces. Aside from that, I didn't care. I'd rather walk around at MagFest.
Yeah, I guess.
But there needs to be or I'm sure there is a reason why Nintendo didn't bring the smaller one here. I'm sure they looked at lifetime sales of the 3DS versus the 3DS XL, and they're like, nobody gives a fuck about the small one. So
yeah.
I
guess.
I can see them eventually bringing it maybe later this fall.
Okay.
For now, focus on getting the XL here. Focus on not making enough of the Majora's Mask ones to piss off all the Nintendo fans.
Mm-hmm.
Same with all the amiibos coming out except for Bowser.
Yep.
Why? Is there too many Bowsers already?
Bowser's the only one you could reliably find right now.
Yeah. Which I may end up picking up anyway.
That's funny.
Because
I actually went looking at the BX on base the other day just to see, like, oh, hey, maybe they have some of the rare ones, because there's all sorts of weird things in the military installation.
Yeah.
They just have none.
None at all.
None.
They've got Skyrim characters, they've got Infinity characters, and that's it.
Skyrim.
I'm sorry.
Skylanders.
Skyrim Landers.
No, they have Skyrim
Highlanders.
characters. Like you can
They have Highlanders.
You should ask them if they plan on carrying any amiibos.
Yeah, well, I figure the way that if they don't have it immediately, they usually get it about 2 years later when no one gives a fuck.
That may also still be relevant at that point.
Possibly.
So, you keep an eye out on that.
Like they had John Wick, but only on DVD.
Oh
Why?
God!
What the?
Why? It's terrible.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
So why don't we delve into our contest entries
Yeah, right. Should I reread the one that we got a few weeks
for
back?
the people that are unaware? We will read off all of them so they have comparison's sake.
Oh,
Read off the
Q-Bert's
one that is
coming to
currently
PlayStation.
Q-Bert's coming to PlayStation?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. Seriously?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday?
Yeah,
Shut up. Seriously?
Q-Bert's coming back. Yeah,
Is it like HD remix or like?
Q-Bert rebooted.
Oh my God.
Apparently, it's on Steam already. So
I was gonna say good,
of the PC
so I
game.
could still get it.
Anyway, we will start with the one we got back in December. Jeez.
December.
So we got one in December and the rest this week.
Today.
Procrastinators.
All right, so the first one. In a world covered by soul-crushing cubes of perfectly stacked candy, only one woman can save the human race and free up enough space for humankind to rise above. Nicole, the Candy Crusher. With her finger of alignment, she deftly matches the countless columns of candy, causing them to wink out of existence in a chain reaction once enough like-colored sweets touch each other. In order to save the rest of humanity and to avenge the death of her husband and baby, who
That's my favorite part.
who were taken from her by the crushing weight of a mixed pattern of blues, reds, and oranges, she clears the earth and sends the sweet delights back to their antimatter dimension. And that was from Clayton Maurer.
Thanks, Clayton.
Thank you.
Next entry from Ken Carlson, who was on the show previously.
Cool.
Our guests
readjust.
had more emails than our listeners.
That's funny.
Pretty much.
It's because they care more.
Because they're the only people
We'll just
who
have to
listen.
build an audience of guests.
Hey. Whatever works.
Whatever gets you there, man.
The movie opens in the late 80s as happy middle-class American Ted, a blonde man in his 40s, his wife Judy, a brunette housewife, and their children Buck and Jennifer. Buck is a plucky lad, not unlike Dennis the Menace, with Jennifer, an older blonde valley girl teen, are about to have dinner. They talk about school, home life, etc. The camera takes extra time to pan across Judy's red shoes, high heels, almost stilettos. Ted mentions how his career as a music teacher is going well and his brass band on the side is really picking up. Flash to an image of 10 playing a horn. As dinner wraps up, Buck picks up his teddy bear, an almost Mr. Bean show-esque figure of a bear shown specifically long on screen. And as everyone finishes up dinner, Jennifer asks for an ice cream cone, lingering shot of the cone as it begins to melt. Ted mentions that for some wholesome fun, he picked up another Nintendo tape for them to play. They eventually step to the living room and fire up an original gray front-loader NES. A giant multicolored board appears on the screen. At the time, a storm outside is beginning to become fierce. As the pulse quickens, ominous music appears to the thunder and lightning outside. As they begin, the game appears to be asking them names or descriptions of various items. They play for a while, naming off items, moving around the board, collecting the colored token of the square they are on if they solve that puzzle. Suddenly, lightning strikes the house, the NES sizzles, and the power goes out. Huge explosions of thunder, then silence. As they sit, lighting candles, suddenly the TV blinks back on. They're confused, but the pencil on screen draws out the words, play. Play to live. They're getting pretty freaked out at this point, but as the family tries to open the doors, they find them immovable, crackling with electricity. Judy tries to open the window, and the electricity throws her back as what apparently appear to be ghostly apparitions float outside the dark windows in the howling wind. First, there's some debate, argument, Buck crying, but in the end, Ted carefully picks up the controller and shakily, terrified, begins to play a life or death game of anticipation. To be continued in a theater near you. From Ken Carlson and Sony Pictures.
What was the game?
Anticipation for the NES.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know that game.
Pretty much like Pictionary.
Oh, okay.
Props for phenomenal writing, and
I was going to say that was
it would have been better if
well done.
me and Kris knew what the fuck he was talking about, but that's on us, not him.
Yeah, that's totally our fault.
It's on me too because I haven't read these, so I'm just going along with it.
I like it though.
I'm just kind of floating along.
I like that.
Next from Randall Drew.
That was the last one. That was legitimately like if you were to take the equivalent of like a pilot.
Yeah.
That would essentially be like, all right, here's the like. I think he did a very good job of pitching an entire scene.
Yeah,
which is nice. I like that instead of just an overarching like, all right, yeah, here's what'll happen in the course of the movie.
First one was a trailer.
Yeah,
really,
which is kind of what we were asking. We're asking for a brief synopsis,
right? But I like going the extra mile.
But anyway, Randall is next. In the endless vacuum of space, beyond the reaches of the known solar system, a strange gravity field has appeared. The most sophisticated technology cannot determine what it is or where it came from, but a ship has been dispatched to investigate. Little do the researchers on board know, once they enter the field, they will never again leave. Local alien life has found a way to enter and exit the field, but what is their purpose? Did they create the field? Are they peaceful or violent? Will they share their knowledge with man? The greatest discovery ever to be made by mankind in space is at their fingertips. However, on the horizon of this new mystery lies the greatest danger possible to a ship forever trapped in a looping gravity field. Can the crew discover the secret of the gravity field? Can they make successful contact with the alien life forms? Can they survive what lies on the horizon? Will they survive the eternal onslaught of asteroids?
God damn it.
I saw that coming from the first gravity field comment in space. I'm like, yep, yeah. Asteroids coming at you.
That's funny.
I like that. It would definitely be an action adventure.
Yeah.
True.
But legitimately, like, I could see that being made into a movie. That could be a legitimate movie. Yeah.
Interstellar.
If this, Randall, I know you're listening. If this ends up being a Sony Pictures film in 3 years, we can successfully sue them for, idea theft.
Yeah, you could. So that's another reason why we did this contest, because then if they decide to make any of these movies, then you guys have proof that you guys should be getting some sort of compensation.
Indeed. And we get a cut.
Yeah.
Well, because I mean, like, we technically published it.
Well, we're timestamping it for you.
Yeah, there you go. It becomes public domain at a certain point, so you just got to be careful.
All right, next up from Joe Stratman, a.k.a. Henry Jones.
Okay.
If I may, I shall present my plotless video game movie as a text representation of a faux trailer. Movie trailer voice guy. In a secret facility in Mount McKinley, indistinct large object breaks through a mountain. Movie trailer voice guy. One of our own weapons is going to be used against us. Government employee. Mr. President, the Double M project is escaping Alaska and coming our way. Bryan Cranston as the president. Get Canada on the phone. Samuel L. Jackson as a general. The Double M project was created to clean up the ground war in the Middle East. A gigantic wrecking ball armed with a nuclear... Shit, did it? Pappy, are you there?
Just continue.
Shit. He needs to judge, though.
Oh, that's right. Fuck. God damn it. I'm like into it. I'm so ready.
God damn it.
I want to know what happens.
And Skype crashed.
Oh, no.
Completely.
No.
To be continued.
To be continued. Yeah. I guess we just have to wait for Pappy. Professionalism. Professionalism at its
You there?
greatest.
You there?
You may have to headphone jack. Oh, no, I hear him.
Yeah, just fucking A. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, where did you last hear?
Of course you can't hear me, because that would be easy.
Something
We
about
can hear
Samuel L.
you.
Jackson, I think.
Can you hear us?
Or did you? Let's try that.
Can you hear us?
I can't hear him.
Are you there?
Meh?
Son of a bitch.
This is what happens when you rely so heavily on technology. This is what you get, America.
This is why I don't want to do the entire show
Over
only
Skype.
on Skype.
I don't know. I've had like 6 or 7 hour. Was that him?
I don't know, was it?
Yeah, I think it was. I've had 6 or 7 hour long Skype thing. Oh, he's rebooting.
God damn it.
I've had like 6 or 7 hour long Skype sessions with 6 or 7 people before. That's why, like, I don't know, man. Maybe his just computer's poop,
Maybe.
which is totally possible.
So, 3DS.
So 3DS.
Yeah, I'm gonna try camping at Target. Walmart's not getting it.
I'll wait. I'll wait until there's restock of like, because I don't mind. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'll wait until I see if there's another collector's edition of something that I'm interested
No, I figure if I don't get the Zelda one, if Sunday rolls around, the Bloom GameStop said if no one picks
up, yeah,
they would let us grab it. But I don't want a red, and I don't want black.
I wouldn't mind the black one, but I actually kind of like the Monster Hunter one too, though.
Yeah, like I wanted the Monster Hunter one, but I want the Zelda one.
Yeah.
So if I could get
either
the Zelda
one of those
one,
would
cool.
be solid.
If not, I'll try Monster Hunter. If I can't get either of them, then I'll wait.
Yeah, I think I'll probably end up waiting to see if there's another one. I would love to see another Animal Crossing.
We'll see.
That'd be cool.
Who knows? They might do something special with Xenoblade in April.
See, I don't know. I'm not personally invested into Xenoblade, so.
See, then you don't have a need to get one yet.
See, the only reason why that I'm interested in it is the head tracking 3D. Because I want to be able to attempt to try the 3D. Because otherwise, I can't. Like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't. It does not work for me. I'm too fidgety to attempt to try and find that sweet spot. And
You're
stay there.
fidgety? What?
That's practically my third middle name. I'm pretty sure. It was passed on from generation to generation.
Why does Pappy's computer suck?
I don't know. I have no idea.
He should just reboot before he starts the show with us each week.
I'm sure he does.
You never know.
I'm sure he does.
You never
Pappy's
know.
a smart guy. He works in the military.
Doesn't mean he's smart.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I wouldn't. I've known him longer.
Well, I would sooner take your.
He's not here. Let's shit talk him while he's not here.
No, there's
That
no.
fucking son of a bitch.
I love Pappy. Pappy's a good guy.
He's okay. He's okay, I guess.
No, I like Pappy. He's a good guy.
So you got Toon Link.
I did. I got Toon Link. I'm gonna wait for my King. I may pick up a Bowser. I don't know. Here's a stupid question: Is it dumb that I want to take it out of the packaging?
No, all of mine are out of the packaging.
Are they? All right. Well, I'll probably take mine out then.
Like someone was like, "Oh yeah, I've been looking for a villager like crazy." I'm like, "I have a villager at home." He's like, "Oh man, would you get rid of it?" I'm like, "If the offer was good, I don't see why not."
Yeah.
He's like, "Is it still in the box?" No,
No.
I buy them to use them. He's like, "Oh, I don't want it then." Then why the fuck are you buying?
Yeah. Right.
What's the point? I don't know.
No, I would
Or
love.
the people who buy 3 of them.
I'm still really butthurt that I can't get a villager. That was like the only one that I wanted.
How bad do you want it? Ashley just yells, "Stop it!
Stop it!" Terrible. What did
Yeah,
I do? I didn't. I didn't do shit. I didn't do
I want to
shit.
hear from you.
Why am I getting lumped into
You
the
motherfuckers.
I'm not a. Why am I a bad guy?
Straight bitches.
I'm not a bad guy. I do not.
Ashley, no one could hear you. Stop talking to us. She flipped me off. Seriously, we have the peanut gallery talking to us. It's not Tim's old setup where there's just a fucking tape recorder.
Maybe I should start putting a room mic together.
God.
I could start doing that.
It's not the old cell phone days where we could hear the two of them talking about their yeast infections.
Yeah.
And shoving
What was it? It was
the
something about like yogurt and stuff too. I don't know. I don't remember. One of these days,
shove yogurt up there.
Maybe that's what we should do. Next week or the week after or something like that. I'll literally we'll say that we're going to do the podcast, but then I just set up a room mic and I'd like we talk like we normally would, but I just won't like with these mics, but I won't even turn them on.
The room mic would pick us up.
Yeah, but I could just point it at them.
True. That's if she comes up.
Well, yeah, we could plan that out in advance. We could figure it out. Yeah.
True. They're talking about vag yogurt again.
Yeah, vag yogurt.
Vagogurt.
Vagogurt. She was reading an article
about vagogurt.
Vagert.
Oh my God, Pappy.
It's the gurt that makes you go.
Fuck. Like this one just started too.
Yeah, he's missing out on all the good parts.
Bitch, Pappy.
Maybe Pappy is one of those guys that's like, I'll go to the movies a couple minutes late because I don't care about the trailers.
And it sucks that he has to help us vote, so I can't just keep reading it.
It's true. Yeah, we do need a third person.
Henry's is on a cliffhanger here.
It's a super cliffhanger.
I know.
Actually.
Like Samuel L. Jackson just came out. What the fuck are we going to, like...
I'm tired of these motherfucking somethings on a motherfucking...
Oh my God, his cast is really good, too.
He's got a good... He casted it in everything? That's impressive.
Yeah. We got the villain, the hero, the hero's partner. Jesus Christ.
The hero's partner? Is that what we're going to leave it as until we get there? I'm interested. Go on.
I don't want to give it away.
I kind of do. Who needs suspense, right? Nobody needs that. That's not important at all. What the fuck, Pappy? Jesus Christ.
Seriously. God damn.
Well, until we hear back from him, I guess we could take a slight moment to talk about what we're playing. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through EarthBound.
Why?
I've tried to force myself on 3 different occasions since I bought it to sit down and play it, and I literally have no desire.
Why?
Because it's an RPG.
How far are you?
I'm at that fucking arcade.
Still? Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I died probably like 12 or 15 times or something like that.
Are you there?
Hi.
God, we just revealed all the other movies and we picked the winner.
Awesome.
No, where did you leave? Where did you leave off with Henry Jones's?
I think we left off at Samuel L. Jackson.
No, where did he last hear?
The meteor, something striking the mountain, or a meteor.
So pretty much just start over.
All right, yeah. Movie trailer voice. In a secret facility in Mount McKinley, indistinct large object breaks through a mountain. One of our own weapons is going to be used against us. Government employee. Mr. President, the Double M project is escaping Alaska and coming our way. Bryan Cranston is the president. Get Canada on the phone. Samuel L. Jackson as a general. Not
a general.
Just a general. The Double M project was created to clean up the ground war in the Middle East. A gigantic wrecking ball armed with a nuclear weapon should anyone try to get in its way. The only thing more dangerous than this device in motion is when it's not in motion. Unmanned, unequaled, unstoppable, and someone has gone rogue and taken control. How the fuck didn't he say motherfucker in there at all?
We can abridge it in there for him.
Motherfucking unmanned, motherfucking unequaled, motherfucking unstoppable.
I like that.
Shot of a shadowy fellow, Benedict Cumberbatch as the villain. You have brought suffering to the world. Now I will bring suffering to you. Helicopter swirling around the round device. Reporter. It's destroyed Vancouver and is headed for Seattle. Ball with science-y texture crushes the Space Needle. Samuel L. Jackson. The motherfucking device is going 120 motherfucking miles per hour.
Is that one actually like that?
No, I'm adding those.
You son of a bitch.
And to get an agent on there would be a suicide mission. I need someone who's not long for this world. Channing Tatum as the hero. I'm in. Time to bust balls. Rihanna as his partner. Bastard took my Starbucks. Now we take it to him. Helicopter with the hero hanging from the line, swirling the ball. Helicopter pilot. It's 60 minutes from Los Angeles. Channing Tatum. We have to do this. Rihanna. You're crazy. Channing Tatum leaps from his line and the screen fades to white. Blah, the title appears. Marble Madness. Action rolls. Summer 2016. And scene.
So good. As soon as he was like Double M Project, I'm like, oh fuck, it's Marvel Madness.
It's Metroid Metal.
Yeah.
Grant did it.
It's Metroid Metal, and it's just a giant ball.
Next up, Norg.
Oh god, this should be great.
George Novick. One bird.
There will be swearing.
One bird in a land with an infinite supply of plumbing apparatus and drainage strives to conquer its inner self and rise above physical limitations and plumbing apparatus and drainage. Without the aid of breeze or Mother Nature, join this bird as it attempts to fly and fly and fly some more until the tragic final moments of its life where it can fly no more. Flappy Bird. Starring Colin Firth as the bird. Rick Moranis as the finger and Kevin Costner as the pipe. Rated R. Under 17, not admitted without parent.
Jesus Christ.
And final entry from Jess and Jacob Garner. Sweatpants.
It's a team.
Yes. Well, I'm sure it was just Jacob and just
honorable mention.
Yeah.
Okay.
In a world where blood feuds between family lines determine the fate of the world, one family is locked in a struggle that will last a lifetime. A Japanese dynasty is on the verge of collapse when their centuries-long rival challenges them to one final battle to determine which clan will survive and which will forever be destroyed. The two families stand on the edges of the battlefield, ready to defend their homes against the other, when the ancient Japanese gods release a lightning storm to determine the fates of the men. Each side defends from the lightning orb attack from the gods, repelling it towards their foe until only one family stands. After hours of brutal assaults and endless struggle, only one family can stand tall and rule over the land. That one family, the Pong dynasty.
God damn it. Wasn't there supposed to be a Pong movie?
Oh, no.
Yes. There might still be a Pong movie.
There will be a Pong movie.
Oh, God.
The Pong dynasty.
Jesus.
So,
I know my pick.
I gotta think it through because I mean, there's a couple. I mean, they're all good. They're all fun. They were all good. Cool to listen to.
indeed.
But I just feel like I want to grade it partially in terms of actual feasibility that Hollywood would try and pull this shit.
Yeah, that's true. Like, what's the likelihood of them actually taking one of these ideas and running with it?
Then again, we didn't ask them to give us a movie
That's true.
that we think would happen.
We just said them. Your craziest
Plotless.
idea,
Right.
and they all succeeded at that one.
True.
All right. Well, which do you think is the most likely to be made out of all of those?
Mine's an obvious choice. What about you guys?
The Asteroids one.
The
actually.
overall winner or the question I'm asking?
The question
well,
you're
no,
answering.
The answer to your question is the Asteroids one.
Yeah. I could definitely see that being made into a movie. Which one would you want to see made into a
Fucking Marble
The
Madness,
Marble
dude.
Madness one.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I think my pick has to be the Marble Madness one. I think that's my pick. Mainly just because the way if you take the original game and the idea of how to play it and everything that's incorporated, I think if they were to make a movie out of it, that's the route that like Hollywood would go. Like if Hollywood essentially, like if you put a bunch of writers into a room and they said
they would have to make some kind of
like we have to make a Marble Madness movie. How do we do it? I think that's what they would do.
The thing, we didn't get much of a synopsis though. Like we got an awesome trailer.
Yeah, but that's the thing.
But we don't know much about the actual synopsis.
How
of the
many
movie.
How many times do you go to the theater and see a trailer and actually understand what the movie's about the first time?
But we didn't ask for trailers. We asked for a synopsis.
Well, yeah, but that might be an easier way for them to convey what they're trying to get across. You know what I mean? Like we do have to incorporate
okay, if we're going to grade it on synopsis, then the only one that did it, the only one that did the synopsis was Candy Crush.
Technically, yeah.
Everyone else did a trailer or a scene.
Right. That's why I'm saying, like,
No, I thought others gave a pretty good synopsis. Like Asteroids had a good synopsis.
Yeah, I guess I could see
The
where you're
Pong
going
one
with
was a pretty good synopsis. It described the movie.
I think. See, I don't know. I think sometimes, like in synopsises, you have to just set up the environment and not necessarily say what the main conflict of the movie is. You don't have to completely spell it out for them.
But you have to give a good idea of what the whole story is.
Technically, you don't.
Well, Channing Tatum is trying to stop Interdite Cumberbund from destroying the world with a fucking marble.
So, Pappy, I'm guessing you're with Kris on the winner?
I'm gonna have to go with that one. I mean, in terms of which one of those would I most want to see, the Marble Madness.
Well, if you guys are in agreement on Marble Madness, it looks like that's the winner.
What's your vote?
I like the Pong one.
Pong?
The Pong Dynasty.
Pong Dynasty.
Pong.
I just like how.
Can we do a booby prize? Do we have booby prizes?
Well, Pappy said he was going to do a Call of Duty as the booby prize.
Pong Dynasty is the happy new owner of Black Ops 2 for Xbox 360. And Marble Madness is the proud owner of things that aren't hateful, spiteful, and angry.
All right. So, who was that? Henry Jones was Marble Madness, I think?
I believe so, yeah. I think it was the one that we got caught up on, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was worth the wait.
Yeah, Henry Jones.
Joe will email
Stratman
you and...
is Henry a one? Didn't he win before?
Good stats.
I was gonna say, didn't he win something from us before?
I'm trying to think. Oh no, I think he was like the 4th place or something with
maybe a runner-up or something.
Sexual Molten Lava. Was he Sexual Molten Lava?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Just remember, for when we do competitions in the future, our standards are so low. Even I've won before.
Oh my God! Who are you? Who are you?
So not only can you win, but you could end up replacing me on the podcast. Who knows?
Who knows?
You could end up replacing Tim on the podcast.
So we'll go back into the little bit of the conversation that we delved into while Pappy was having connection problems. We'll
still
all
shit.
talk.
I'm just giving you the heads up now.
Oh wait, do we have any more emails before we? Okay,
no.
Okay, good. So
He's silly.
Pappy, you were gone. I was mentioning that. So one of my games for my 4 for February was EarthBound. I got it through Nintendo coins. I have tried. That is so loud.
God damn it.
Yeah, I have tried a couple different occasions now to try and play that game, and I know everybody really loves that game. I can't bring myself to play it. I'm not.
The thing is, if you're still at the arcade, you didn't even really start the game yet.
But that's the thing. It's like it's trying to like think of it like what's one of your least fun genres of games?
JRPG.
A sim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sim or turn-based strategy.
This is like
shit
putting
that.
this is like putting like football simulator in front of you and saying like, all right, you have to beat this.
No, because it would be like if I heard a sim game is amazing and I'm like, I've heard so much good about it, I'm going to try it.
See, that's the thing. I'm trying really hard. Like I really am.
But
like,
you aren't anywhere in the game.
But that's maybe in the in the grand scheme of the game, but I've already played it for a couple hours.
I have no idea how you put multiple hours into where you are.
Because I walked around a lot. Like, I don't know anything about the game. I don't know how much I'm supposed to explore. So, I mean, like, I literally walked around, like, doing the whole thing of, like, going to the meteor and doing all that shit and then getting to the next day where you go down to the town. Like, that took me, like, maybe about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Because I walked around the entire map where I was allowed to go. Because I didn't want to miss anything because I don't know anything about this game. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm going into it playing the way that I would play this game as I normally would. Like I don't want to look up like, hey, you should probably like move a little bit faster or move a little bit. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to play it the way that I would normally play it and then go from there.
How about this? There should be a link in the actual game to find the strategy guide, because when the game was sold brand new, it included the strategy guide. Treat it like you got it for free brand
online,
new.
You know.
Well, yeah, they have like Nintendo
I
uploaded the entire.
because I got it brand new.
Well, I'm telling you, like brand new, it came with the guide, so use it.
So like
Nintendo uploaded the entire guide online.
Yeah.
They scanned the entirety of the player's guide. Use it, read it, try reading it and see, like, because the guide kind of feels like a travel guide.
Okay.
Like if you're a tourist.
Okay.
Like give it a read and then try going back to the game.
Okay.
Look at where you are, see because it'll, instead of being like, go do this, it'll be like, punks invade the arcade, or mysterious step shows up in local cliffside, just stuff like that. So check out the guide online, browse through it, give it another shot. And we lost Pappy. God damn it.
I guess, like, I don't know, man. Like, I just literally, like...
And if you're having trouble with the battles, just try going back up to your house and grind a bit.
See, but that's the thing. I mean, like I have in a traditional style RPG, I have no desire to grind. Like none. Like absolutely none.
See, EarthBound makes it easier because they have auto battle.
Well, yeah, the auto battle thing is nice but at the same time then I don't feel like I'm playing a game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if I'm going to essentially put a game on quote unquote like autoplay, like then I'm not playing a game. Like I don't feel involved. I don't feel, you know what I mean?
Well, see, the biggest gripe people have with JRPGs is the battles.
Okay.
And in most of them, they're a necessary evil. At least with EarthBound, they make it more manageable. I'll be the first to admit, random battles are the worst part of JRPGs.
Yeah.
Because they're time-consuming, they're monotonous. With EarthBound, you could just hit auto battle, let that shit play. Give yourself a buff to start. Grind a bit up by your house. Do it until enemies are running away from you. And when they're running away from you and you can just approach them from the back, get the green swirl, which means that you have the initiative, and you get an auto win. Because when you're powerful enough, you won't even battle. The screen will flash, you'll get your experience, you'll move on.
I guess.
Then move on a bit. That's why when you said you were playing it, I said don't be afraid to grind. Make use of the auto battles because they try to make the grind as painless as possible.
No, if they were trying to make it as painless as possible, they wouldn't have put it in.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
But it's a game of the 90s. It's not a game of today.
Yeah, and that's
but that's the thing. I'm going into it. Like I'm going into it as a player of games now. Like I can't turn my brain back to like 1990 whatever.
Then maybe it's just not for you. I just think it'd be a shame if you gave up already.
I don't think it's a matter of giving up. I think it's a matter of just not caring for it.
See, that's the thing. Like
when I was in Arkansas a couple of years ago, everyone told me because I was like, I want to play one classic game, and I ended up buying Final Fantasy Tactics for the PlayStation. Never beat the fucking tutorial. Just realized after I died.
I would have told you long ago. Do not do that one.
Yeah, but this is the thing.
One of the people telling me to buy it, Joe. It was you and Dale North.
There's no way I was encouraging you to buy Final Fantasy Tactics.
I was in Arkansas.
Maybe the Game Boy Advance one.
Nope, it was the PS one.
I don't recall that. And if I did, I was a dick for saying that because that is not a newbie friendly game.
I think it's just one of those things like Pappy was saying. I'm not trying to discredit the game at all.
Oh, I understand.
It's just one of those things where it's just I'm just not. I don't know.
You're not the target audience. Dark Souls people are the target audience.
No, not at all.
No, not at all. I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like I have. Like I said before, it's trying to force yourself to do something that you know you're not going to enjoy. Like I tried being open-minded to it because there have been JRPGs that I've been able to get through and I was okay with, but they're super few and far between because it's just a genre that I don't
real quick,
care for.
Before you guys finish this,
You're what?
As he cuts out more.
Real quick before you guys go on. Yeah, I'm going to say goodnight because something is wrong with Skype. I've got full bars over here, but it sounds like shit.
Okay.
I don't know, man.
That's fine.
Well, what are you playing?
Well, yeah, what are you playing right now?
And I reboot the computer. I have nothing running. I played Get Out of Hell, which was great. I beat it, and it was phenomenal and hilarious.
So glad we played
I beat Joe's
together.
high score in threes.
Oh, did you? Sweet.
What? Yeah. So yeah, we'll have to play some Get Out of Hell or some Saints Row together sometime.
Cool beans.
Word. Well,
yeah, and I love you guys, and I'm going to go research things that aren't Skype.
Things that aren't Skype, so like Google Hangouts and shit like that.
I can't do Hangouts on my phone.
I
have
found 6
Skype on my
different programs that are.
I might be able to do
supposed
Hangouts through mine. I could probably do it. I could probably do it.
I know.
Mine, so.
There's apparently 6 other programs that are, and some of them are supposedly programs you can get on your phone. So I'll do the research, and we'll see if maybe we can find an alternative.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
I love you guys.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Bye.
Even his buys.
Yeah, man. I mean, I
said, I can understand if you don't think it's for you because it's not a game for everyone.
Yeah.
But I just think it'd be a shame if you gave up on it already so early into the game. And I realize that you spent a lot of time playing it. I'm just saying that you're still insanely early in the game.
I know. I'm very early in the game. It's one of those things where it's like, I don't know, there's only so long that I could dump into something that I'm currently not enjoying before I get to the point where I feel like this is going to be one of those games where it's like I could try and force my way through it, but eventually I'll hit a point where it's just like, man, this just isn't for me. It's just the game style. It has nothing to do with the content of the game. I'm sure, because from what I've already gathered from the game, like even just the dialogue and stuff like that, I like that. I like the little jokes. I like the weird randomness of some of the stuff. I think that's cool because most of the time I think a lot of RPGs take themselves a little too seriously, and that's what I kind of like about this so far is because it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
But still, at face value, it's one of those types of games, and I normally don't enjoy those games. So there may be some justifying qualities of the game that I can enjoy, but ultimately I don't know if it's going to be enough to sway me to dump all of the time into it to actually complete it.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing that I'm like
I said, find the guide online. Nintendo hosts it, so it should be easy enough to track down.
I'm sure I could find it somewhere.
Look at the area that you're in, read up a bit about it, and I don't know. It would just be a shame if you stopped already.
I just think it's also one of those things where it's like the only other, like, I guess if you want to consider it like one of those types of RPGs that I've actually been able to get through and enjoy was Pokemon. Because I guess technically Pokemon's kind of like that.
Pokemon is 1,000,000% a JRPG.
Okay. Some people...
Like, it is as monotonous a JRPG as there is on this planet.
See, but here's the thing, though. With Pokemon, I've played every Pokemon game where I've never had to grind. Like, ever. Never, ever. Like, literally, I just go through the parts, I do the storyline, and I face enough enemies along the way that I'm good to get through the entire game.
Yeah, but in Pokemon, you could take 2 steps and have a battle every...
Not true. I only, like almost every single Pokemon game, I just did, I would just do enough. I barely captured Pokemon. I just did enough where I had a full team of different types, and that was it. And I never went and caught more until the end of the game. Like, literally all my experience would come from, like, okay, I have to battle this guy because he's in my way, but never one of those things where it's like, okay, I'm going to go around this area for like an hour or 2 hours and just get a bunch of experience so that I can progress. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's just one of those things where I just naturally
fair,
go around.
You don't
like,
need to grind in EarthBound.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I
but
cannot get
better.
past. I cannot get past where I am at all without grinding. I have to grind. Like, I cannot beat this boss. I've literally died like 15 times in an hour, and I've tried it. Like, I've done battles where I'm controlling it. I've done the auto ones. I've done like
auto battles against bosses are bad.
Well, right, but
I'll tell you that.
But I'm saying, like, I've tried multiple approaches, and I literally cannot beat this guy. Like, it's just it's not possible. I have to grind. There's no way around it. So the other RPGs that I've played that I've been able to get through, I didn't have to do that. So I think that might have been the only way for me to get through it, because I didn't. You know what I mean? I don't, and it could be completely speculation. I could be completely wrong about this, but face value, that's kind of my impression and what I'm getting out of it. So we'll see. I'll probably. I think what's going to end up happening is I'll probably start working on some of the other games that I'm going to try and get through, and then try and get back to it, and then see if I can start again from there.
Something you could always do is grind on the side. Play it on the gamepad. Grind battles with auto battle while you're watching something or doing something else.
See, I don't feel like that's an accurate representation of if I would enjoy the game or not. Like, if I'm sitting down to play a game, like, I'm sitting down to play a game. Like, I'm not one of those guys that will, I guess, like, multitask, for lack of a better way of putting it. Like, if I'm going to sit and play a game, all of my attention is at that.
Well, I'm just telling you how I handle grinding in RPGs.
No, I understand that.
In a game where I know I have to grind, like, I'll just zone out and I'll watch TV while I grind through battles.
Right. But and I understand that. There's certain... And I think that's probably why certain people can get through those kinds of RPGs and don't mind it, is because they can kind of approach it in that regard, and that's perfectly fine. For me, even in games where, like, you know, you take Diablo, and that's a grind. Like, that's straight up, that's a grind. But
yeah, that's why I'm confused that you could grind that all the time. But
because for me, I guess for me, the way that I look at it is it's a lot more active. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot more stuff going on. It's a lot more reactive, because once you start getting up to the higher levels, you do have to pay attention a lot of what's going on, even though it's grinding. Like, the situational awareness is way higher, as opposed to walk to this guy, pick this or that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the grind in those games are completely different. And
I guess it's also just with the times, because
that too.
When I played that in 95, that's
right.
just how games were.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's not that I can't find games that are older, because last year I did Mega Man, and I played through that, and I enjoyed it. So I don't think it's necessarily a sign of the times, but I think it might be a sign of the times for that genre, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
But I think it also could just be the genre itself, because I think if you were to put a Final Fantasy game in front of me, like a newer Final Fantasy game or something comparative, and if you put that in front of me now, I probably still wouldn't be able to get through it, even though it's a newer, like, streamlined type of game. I just think I just think it might be the genre. I think for me it might just be a kiss of death. So
maybe. I don't know. I just think that if you could handle Pokemon, I think you could handle EarthBound, especially because EarthBound, story-wise, is a lot more entertaining.
Yeah.
And a lot more fucked up at parts.
I believe it. I try and... I don't know anything of the storyline. I tried to be as oblivious to that as possible going into it, because if I'm going to give a game a fair shot from the beginning, I try not to get it spoiled for me. There has been certain instances, like certain games that I really wanted to play and they got spoiled for me, and I just never went back to them to play them because I already knew what was going to happen. So, but at the same time, I mean, like, with what I've gathered already with EarthBound, I really don't know what the fuck is happening. So, like,
because you just started.
Yeah.
Like I said, you've done nothing in the game. In the grand scheme of things,
I completely understand that. I'm not saying that I'm like, I've played more than enough to be able to, like, review the game. Like, I'm definitely not saying that. I don't know.
I would recommend at least trying to stay with it until you got more party members.
Yeah.
But it comes down to you. I just think it'd be a shame if you stopped already.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see.
Take my advice. You don't want to fall into a big pile of shit. But no, try looking through the guide. Try looking through the guide. Try doing a mindless grind if you're watching TV. I know you don't like approaching games that way, but it's a completely different era of games.
Yeah.
Where you might just have to accept that.
See, I don't know. I think the only other reason why I really don't want to do that is because that's another thing that would take me out of, like, if I was sitting and playing this when I was younger, I obviously wouldn't be playing that game and watching TV at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, but you might be reading a comic book.
See, like I said though, when I sat and played games, like, that was it. Like, even like if I went back and played the old Zelda games and stuff like that on Super Nintendo, like, that was it. Like, I was just doing that. Same thing with Chrono Trigger. Like, when I played Chrono Trigger on the Super Nintendo, like, I just did that. So it's, I don't know, man. Like, it's, I'm trying to.
You went through Chrono Trigger, but
I didn't. I never finished it. I watched my brother play it, but I played, like, during the beginning of it, and I played to enough. And pretty much the same thing happened with Chrono Trigger. So I started it, and I got to a certain point, and I was kind of like, I'm not really having that much fun. And Kenny liked it, so he just played it, and then I watched him play it. So I got to experience the game, but I didn't actually play it. You know what I mean? So I guess that might be a slight cop-out. So I guess I can't say that I've actually ever, like, played, quote unquote, played Chrono Trigger. Like I said, it could just be the genre. I don't know. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm just an idiot. I don't know.
Well, no, because
I don't know.
A grind in RPGs can be very brainless.
I believe it. Yeah.
I think you should try grinding a bit. See, you don't do something else while you're doing the story parts. It's only when you're trying to grind. Because there's certain areas of the game where I personally enjoy grinding it. Like in the desert, there's an enemy there, a caterpillar that gives you stupid amounts of experience, but you have to wander around and find it, track it down, hope it doesn't get away from you because it will run away from you.
Yeah.
You pretty much have to grind it, but once you grind and get those levels up, and especially when you get new party members, when you get a new party member, they are not at your level. They're at a predetermined level in the game. So you kind of have to grind a bit to buff them closer to you.
Is it weird that I honestly think what's probably going to end up happening is Jordan will probably play it, and I'll just watch her play it?
Do that if you want.
Because Jordan likes RPGs. That's primarily what she plays. So that'll probably be what ends up happening. Because I want to know what happens in the game. I want to know why people like it. But maybe I can't. Maybe I can't man the controls.
The music,
maybe I just have to watch somebody else.
The story.
You know. Maybe that'll happen.
You fight snakes and dogs and hippies.
From what I've gathered so far, I can see how people can enjoy it. Just for me personally, I just maybe it's just not for me. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe.
Aside from that, I borrowed a copy of WWE 15 from the store today because I want to try the Create a Wrestler campaign thing. And then aside from that, I've played a little bit of Diablo, just trying to do greater rifts to level up my gems, and that's it. So nothing substantial. Oh, and H1Z1. H1Z1 had a server wipe, so I had to start all over. But I was like, now that I actually understand the game, and I don't know, I enjoy it. I don't know if I'm gonna get like
the more
super
videos
sucked in,
I see that game online, the worse I think it looks.
Really?
It just looks terrible.
I mean, it is an alpha, so I mean, it's the same engine as PlanetSide 2, and PlanetSide 2 looks great. So I think it might just be
whatever.
I don't know. It could just be a stylized thing. It could be just not completely developed yet. I don't know. I have no idea. So
I tried the Battlefield beta for like an hour or so.
What'd you think?
It's
Battlefield. It's Battlefield. It's a newer Battlefield. Anybody that likes Battlefield games, they'll pick up the new Battlefield.
Shoot people have the game record 4,000 clips that I have to delete.
Which reminds me, I have to go into mine and delete
a much better beta that I played was Neverwinter.
How is that?
Oh my god, it was so fun. When I first started it up, because I was so used to playing Final Fantasy XIV or even the Japanese version of Onigiri, I thought it felt sluggish and awkward, but it took me 5 minutes to get acclimated to it, and then I couldn't stop playing for hours on end. MMO.
So it is an MMO.
Yes, free to play MMO.
Free to play MMO that is going to be on
Xbox One.
Only on Xbox One?
As far as I know, because the open beta was only on Xbox One.
Wasn't that on a PC at some point?
I think it is PC as well.
Okay.
I don't think there's cross-platform.
I would assume there wouldn't be.
But yeah, it's a blast.
I've been trying to get a beta code for it, but
yeah, the beta is already over, sadly.
Oh, okay.
It was only for the weekend, like Friday to Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I don't think there's an official release date, but the rumors going around is that possibly March 3rd.
Okay.
Apparently, they were so pleased with how the closed beta went that they don't feel an open beta is necessary, and they're going to go right to release.
Okay.
Because it felt finished. It felt like I didn't run into bugs, glitches. It felt very solid and very ready to go. Again, it felt kind of sluggish, but
that could be server problems. So
that, and it's just a different style than Final Fantasy 14.
So do you think this will be? So this is going to be the first, I guess, the first popular MMO for Xbox One, correct?
In America.
Yeah,
because there's Onigiri's in Japan.
Yeah. What's your prediction? Do you think it'll do well?
I hope so.
With what you experienced with it so
far. With what I played, I think we could get a nice group together and have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
I got to level, I want to say 20 something, like 20, 21.
What's the cap?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think 60.
Okay.
I don't know for sure. The areas were pretty large. There were tons of side quests to do. It will force you into parties eventually. Like all the solo stuff,
Like instances, essentially.
dungeons,
Okay.
skirmishes,
Yeah.
those are required to have 5 people.
So well,
Like-
I guess that's WoW speak. So
Yeah.
an instance.
Well, all the different maps are instanced.
Okay.
Like you're not going to be somewhere where there's 50,000 people in one area.
Right.
Every map is going to have its own instance. There's going to be a bunch of people there, but not everybody's going to be there.
Well, yeah, because that would be dumb.
Yeah. The dungeon, I only did one of them because I was pretty much just doing the solo stuff. I would see people saying LFG tower, need group tower.
Right.
I just went to the tower, went into a queue, fought some enemies, and it eventually just put me in one.
Okay.
We didn't need to communicate. It was very casual, I want to say.
Okay.
I don't know if later in the game there's going to be a heavier emphasis on teamwork.
I would assume, yeah.
Yeah, I would assume as well, but it felt very easy to get into.
Cool. Yeah, because I mean, I think MMOs are obviously a popular enough genre that a console MMO other than Final Fantasy, because that's obviously not an Xbox One.
No,
correct?
sadly, no. Hopefully they'll figure shit out with Square.
So, but yeah,
I'm not optimistic.
I think an MMO on console, because I mean, obviously, Final Fantasy's still doing well on Sony platforms. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to
Hell,
see how
Final
that's going to
Fantasy
go.
11 is still doing well.
That's true. I'm also really excited for. I don't know. They still didn't release a date for Smite yet, did they?
No.
I'm really excited for that. I want to see that happen.
But
Smite, I'm still just kind of like patiently waiting to see what's going on with that. So
I finished Mordor.
already, Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
I was apparently really close to the end. So,
okay.
So check one off the list. I got 2 chapters into 2 episodes into season 1 of The Walking Dead.
Okay. I'm probably going to be a terrible disappointment when it comes to. I already forgot what some of my 4th of February were.
Go listen to last week's episode.
I'm going to have to. I actually told myself that like earlier today when I was trying to think about what we were going to talk about. I know one of them's EarthBound. I know one of them's Mordor. I already forget the other 2.
Good job.
I'm not even kidding. Yep, I don't remember.
Yeah, I probably would have played more of my games, but Neverwinter, holy shit, that ate up my weekend.
Oh, Dead Rising. That's probably going to be the first one that I finish. Because I feel like I'm not too far from completion for that one. So,
But
music.
on that note, music. I'm playing EarthBound music.
Because EarthBound.
Yeah, bound together.
And
This Halloween will be the 10-year anniversary of Bound Together.
are you? I know you talked about possibly throwing around the idea of doing something for it. Are you?
Maybe.
Maybe you're not gonna.
Got to talk with people first.
You have to contact your peeps
I gotta work out logistics with
with OC.
a whole lot of people
A
and
lot of people, and maybe some new people.
possibly
We'll see.
that. And it's 10 years old. There's
So many years.
There's rumblings of a high quality, possibly physical release, but a lot of that comes down to original files.
Right.
But I can't talk about anything yet until I know more.
Are you bound to secrecy?
No, it's my fucking project.
Well, no, I'm saying like, are you bound to
No.
it now?
I am unbound. I
You
am
are-
rebound.
You're rebounded. Jesus Christ.
Oh God.
So EarthBound music. I'm terrible at JRPGs. Pappy's internet sucks. And
Or his computer sucks.
Or his computer. We don't know. I'm not tech support. Pappy should figure that out. Play video
We
games.
never had Skype problems before Pappy.
Yeah, you're right, actually. Well, actually, we never had Skype problems before my laptop decided that its headphone jack wasn't going to work.
I should try Skyping someone else. Like instead of Pappy hosting, I think they updated Skype on the phone that I might be able to add people.
We'll see.
I should try that.
Or worst case scenario, maybe I can actually
fix your fucking shit.
Wait, why don't I just? Maybe I'll put it on the iPad and I'll try that. Because I keep forgetting that I have an iPad.
I have an iPad too, but it still comes down to the internet here too.
Yeah, that's true. I think that could be the main issue here. I have no idea.
I don't know.
Internet sucks anyway. Nobody likes the internet, right?
You know who really sucks?
Who really sucks?
Service Electric and Pentel Data can suck Micah's bag of dicks.
They can get a chocolate mold of their butthole.
Chocolate molded bag of butthole dicks.
buzzing in my ear, telling me the world is gonna end in 10 years. Never fear, cause the legend says it all started here. 3 boys and a girl have the world to persevere. Yes, yes, Ness, are you ready for the quest? With the powers you possess, success will reign now. Yes, yes, I, Ness, am ready for the test. My quest has just begun. Earthbound.